Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and give you some manifestation advice and some affirmations to keep you on track with your manifestations. Okay, so the first card that we have here is I have my desired life right now. Or the first affirmation we have here is I have my desired life right now. Actually, before I even get started with explaining this card, I was inspired to make this video because of certain things that came to light, certain things that I've read regarding manifestation. So the first thing I want to say is that reality is not real. It's just based off of you know you and where your consciousness is at. Okay, reality is just a projection of your consciousness. We don't see things as they are, we see things as we are. There's this thing called the reticular activating system, right? And that basically filters out reality based off of where you are, based off of your assumptions, based off of where your level of consciousness is. Okay, I remember hearing this like podcast on Spotify. I don't remember who this was or what. I think it was a book. If I ever remember, I will let you know. But it was really interesting because this person basically said that, you know, what we perceive isn't what's really going on. Like things, reality, our brain like edits reality before internalizing it. So stop internalizing everything or anything that you don't want. Okay, this reminds me of like database systems. Like there's this thing called CRUD: create, read, update, delete. If you're a computer science major, you're in tech, but that's exactly what your mind does. So it internalizes certain things based off of, like I said, your level of consciousness, where you are like internally, and your assumptions, right? And it's like we're not perceiving reality as it is, but rather our minds are like creating, reading, updating, deleting, editing certain things to like fit our perception of what we, not even what we want it to be, but what it is. Because sometimes it's like, we'll see these negative things and we'll experience them because it feels safe. Like it feels safe to like experience that thing because like, oh, this is a repeated pattern, like this is happening, like your subconscious mind gets really used to that way of thinking, right? Like you've already developed that neural pathway and it's really strong. So if you want to like stop that, if you want to stop experiencing certain patterns with money, with people, with just experiences, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you're meeting like you're experiencing the same circumstance but with different people. It's like you're dating all these other people, you are dating these people and they look really different from each other, but you're repeating the same story. You just have to tell yourself that no, you're not. You're letting go of these patterns, you're letting go of these limiting beliefs, you're letting go of the past, you're letting go of any sort of like just negative thoughts, negative feelings, you know, regarding that negative thing or things that you experienced in the past. You can break out of that pattern anytime, but you have to make the conscious decision to not be your past, okay? You have to completely revamp yourself. You have to become a new person. If you want to experience different things, you have to become a new person. Of course, take the positive things from the past with you, but you can't serve two masters. You can't like, keep operating from the past and then expect to like, manifest like this new like reality where you are getting everything that you want. Okay, I feel okay, maybe you can do that, but it's going to be a little bit harder. It's going to like delay your manifestations. Your subconscious mind and logical mind are like constantly fighting each other. Your past memories, your past is literally just oh wow, I just got a notification during this reading that this is a sign. It's literally just your imagination. It's not real. It's not happening right now. It's not in the room with us right now. Same with your future. It's not, it hasn't happened yet. The only moment that really matters is the present moment. So you have to stop operating from the past. Okay, or if you are going to operate from the past, do so in a positive way. Like, obviously a lot of the affirmations that I give on this channel that you use are things that you have experienced in the past that you're trying to change. Like that's completely fine. Okay, so but you have to tell yourself that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You're not a victim of your past. You are not who you used to be 5 years ago. You're not even who you were a month ago. Okay, you're becoming a different person every day. You're becoming reborn every day. I thought the Buddha was really appropriate to, have for this video here, because that's exactly what they talk about in Buddhism. You are not your past. The only moment that exists right now is the present moment. So why would you want to spend your present moment operating from the past, or like the negative aspects of the past, or thinking, from the past in general? Because a lot of you are trying to manifest, like, this like beautiful new relationship with your SP or with whoever, and yet you're coming from that version of yourself that's been rejected, that's been hurt, that's been ghosted. That has never happened. That has never happened. That's a story that's going on in your mind. In fact, you can even say like, oh, that's not me, that's someone else that happened to. And when I say someone else, I mean, like, I'm not saying like, you're pretending it's like someone else, like, outside of you that's happening to. Like, no, like, you are literally a different person than you were in the past. That, the ghosting, whatever, that like that happened to a completely different person. You're not that person at all. You've never been ghosted. That is like another reality in itself. We're quantum shifting, quantum jumping realities like every second. Okay, so you don't need to like, pay too much attention to the reality or realities that don't serve you. That's why you have to keep telling yourself, like, I'm only focused, on my desired reality. I have my desired life right now. I only, bring my attention to my desired reality. I'm operating from a newer level, higher, or what am I saying? A newer, higher level of consciousness. I'm operating from the newest, best version of myself. I am the best version of myself right now. I get everything I want instantly. I am, I've always been so good to myself. I've always had the best boundaries. It doesn't matter if that wasn't the case in the past. You can change your life any minute. Okay. Like, nothing ever has to be that deep. Nothing has to be that serious. One day you can just wake up and decide to be a new person. And I think that's the coolest thing ever. And you have to keep persisting in that reality. You have to keep telling yourself, even if it feels a little bit delusional or weird, you have to keep telling yourself that until it materializes in your 3D reality. Okay. You are a new person. You've always been rich. You've always had the money to buy what you want. You've always been famous. You've always been respected and loved. You've always had like the best job with, all the benefits that you want. You always get invited to exclusive events. You've always had, a great friend group. You've always had like, the best people around you, that really have your best interests at heart, that support you, that love you throughout. Okay. I don't know why some of you guys are like, not you guys specifically, but in general, like, people will like, be like, oh my gosh, people are out to get me, the evil eye, this, I'm cursed. Like, in the past, I've had like, friends that would gossip about me, talk behind my back. You have to stop internalizing that media. That has never happened. I don't know why people even like, direct their attention to that kind of thinking. Why would you even want to think anyone's out to get you? No one's out to get you. No one's cursing you. You are meant for love. You're destined for love. Okay. No one can dictate that but you. Let's say you go to like a tarot reader and they tell you like, yeah, you're not going to find love for a while, or your person doesn't like you, this, that. First of all, you manifested them saying that. That doesn't mean it's true. I'm not saying you manifested that reality where that's happening. I'm saying you literally manifested a person saying that to you, which means like, you have to change your assumptions about what people are saying to you. And, obviously that also does boil down to self-concept as well. And I'm not saying like, if someone says something bad to you, you necessarily have like a bad self-concept. It could just mean that your assumptions about other people, weren't there. You have two things that you have to change: your self-concept and your assumptions about other people. And you also have to be really careful about what you internalize, because not everything is true. Not every reading is true unless you want it to be. Not every tarot reader is, like even that accurate. And it's like, let's say you are manifesting like, bad tarot readers, or tarot readers that are really harsh, strict. Again, you just have to change where you are mentally. Like, no, I always get the best readings. I always, hear what I want to hear. I always experience what I want to experience. That is like one of my favorite affirmations of all time. I always experience what I want to experience. I always hear what I want to hear. Let me tell you a story. 2019, that's when I've always been spiritual, and I didn't really start manifesting until 2020. But 2019 is where I believe I started my spiritual journey. And I was going to all these psychics, and they were all so negative. They were all so rude. Like, honestly, like I don't wish that kind of like reading on anyone else. Like, I've like met some of the worst psychics I've ever met in my entire life. They were just out to get me, scam me, this, that. But then I worked on myself. I worked on myself so much, especially in the last few years. And I still go to psychics here and there to kind of just like see where I'm at energetically. Just like gain some advice, have someone to talk to. And the psychics that I've been meeting like recently have been so good. They haven't tried to scam me. They haven't tried to push their like businesses, because sometimes people will do that. I have experienced that. And I just told myself like, okay, well, that was in the past, not anymore. I'm a better person now. I love myself more. I have a higher self-concept. I have a better self-concept. And the people I've been attracting, the people that I work with, business wise, at work, the people around me, my SP, like they've all been treating me so well. so well. While I do acknowledge like there's certain things that happened in my past that I didn't like, I'm not dwelling on it. I'm not like sitting here, being pissed at that psychic who gave me a shitty reading like, years ago. Sorry, mind my language, okay? I'm saying like, okay, wow, that was part of my journey. Meeting that psychic led me to, love myself more, led me to like, um heightened awareness, led me to really be stronger in myself, be stronger in my spirituality, be more like introspective, be more confident within myself, have faith in myself. And trust me when I say like my world is completely changed. Like I'm not meeting like, um people that are rude. I'm like only manifesting like respectful people who genuinely care about me, like me. There's certain people that like in the past, like maybe I didn't get along with that well, but they came back a newer, better version of themselves. It's completely possible to change people. It's completely possible to change your SP. You guys, when you do self-concept, when you change your assumption, you enter a whole new world. You become a new version of yourself, and reality reflects that. Okay, in fact, say this affirmation: every version of me gets everything I want in every reality, or every version of me has everything I want in every reality. Okay, life-changing affirmation. I feel like every affirmation is great. Every positive affirmation you say will help you get to where you want to be. But there's certain affirmations that I think are just so potent and have worked for me, and that is one of them. Every version of me has everything I desire right now. You're staying in the present moment. You're not leaving any room for circumstances to creep in, okay, because they don't matter in the first place anyways. And you're focusing on you. You're focusing on yourself. Every version of me has everything I want. It's this was never about your SP. This was never about your material desires, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. It's about you. They represent you. Your SP is not separate from you. They just represent a part of you that you have to, heal, balance, address, or change assumptions around, okay? You're manifesting yourself through them. You're manifesting yourself through that job, through that money, through whatever it is that you want. The best way to say that, so tell yourself every version of me has everything I want. I extend love to every part of me. I extend love to the part of me that my SP is representative of, or my desires are representative of. Okay, it's all about you. It's always been about you. It's always going to be about you. This journey is you. You are your manifestations. You are your SP. They are you. Okay, we're all interconnected. There is no separation. Separation is an illusion. Okay, and the reality that you're in right now, that's not what you want it to be, is false. It's fake. Like I said, it's just information that you're internalizing based on where you are consciously, based on the level of consciousness you're at, based on the things that you're giving awareness to, based on the reticular activating system. And if there's something you don't like, you can change that by self-concept. You can change that by living in the present moment. You can change that about changing your assumptions about that thing or that person. Okay, I really hope this helped. I do want to let you know that I offer in-depth tarot readings as well as manifestation coaching, and I also custom make Subliminal. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you can sign up for them. And yeah, I will end the video right here. I wish you all the best, and I intend you get all your manifestations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light.